Getting alerts set up. I've spent about 3 hours now just working through different alert possibilities. Yeah, there we go. And that looks good. I kind of like it. So here's what we're going to do. So now here's going to be the true test. So I'm going to kick it over to broadcast and we're going to test them out. So right now you've been watching my screen, but I'm actually going to kick it over to the MK layout, which is where I've been testing these things, and we'll give it a shot. And if it works well here, then the next thing that we'll end up doing is we'll need to fit the alert shot per game composition that I've set up. So right now, Killer Instinct, Mortal Kombat, and our first-person shooters. And we also have to keep in mind all of these things, which we need to keep in mind. So we'll kick over here. I'm going to kick over to I'm going to kick over to that, right? So there's that. So here's our testing area. Test that follower. So we're testing the follower, and then we're going to test subscription, and then we're going to test donation. So cool. So there's only one potential thing here. This is not a lot of space, right? So for a particular user, that's okay. But if the text runs over, then we're gonna have an interesting time. So I wish there was a way for me to customize what it said in the testing. So here's how we can do this: description, donation, alerts from testing long username check. What holy crap, this is long, crazy. So we're gonna find out right now. So I'm gonna save. Yep. So we're going to save those settings, and we're going to test that donation with a really long message and see what happens. As we wait for it to queue up. See? And we broke it. And this is why we test. Okay. So, what do we do? from name. Not horrible, but what we want to do is we want to, yeah, as long as we keep it, so here's what we can do. We can just do this. Boom. Actually, I like pipes better. I like pipes better. Pipes work. Yeah, that's true. And I think for the most part we can here, we'll test this. Some crazy, ridiculously long name. All right, take it easy, J-Bug. Thanks for hanging out and chatting. Hope this has been entertaining, even though it has absolutely nothing to do with actual games. This is super meta. Streaming of streams. But it's also, I'll probably also shut down here soonish because it's 10:15. That'll let me kind of unwind and get ready. Okay, so that's probably a more likely scenario, right? Yeah, that's more likely. That's not horrible. I think I can live with that. That's a pretty I think we can get away with that for most cases. Most cases you're not gonna have super long names. Amount. Cool. So we can save settings. Yeah, clipping because it's running into the bottom of the transparency area, which is fine. But I think for the most part that's pretty cool. And all the others, it's going to be the same thing, right? Follow alert and subscription alert. They're just names. So there's a lot of play for a long name. Yeah, and so here's what we're gonna do here as well. We're gonna change that follow alert. It's just gonna be the name. Right? We're just gonna do the name. That makes sense. Very much like a subscription. Like, we know it's a new follower. The subscription is a new follower. And so let's test that out again. Let's see how this looks. Bam, bam, and bam. We're going to test each one. Yeah. Yeah, anytime, like, Asfaka, you totally don't have to, you feel like you need to compromise. Go stream. Yeah, so new follower, sweet, looks good. Looks good. And looks good. Nice. I actually think that the pipe is confusing on the donation text, so. So we're just going to put by. So it's a little shorter than from. But I think that's better. Donation alerts are enabled. Subscription alerts are enabled. Follower alerts are enabled. We're going to just bam. We don't need the punctuation. Save, save. Yeah, that's cool. Sweet. So let's do this one more time. We're going to go bam, bam, bam. And then maybe I'll make one more, I'll finish up with one more group from the host. And then once I get those alerts set up, I think I'll probably call it an evening for this stream, because I think that's a pretty meaningful piece of work getting done today. So setting all this stuff up is very time consuming, obviously. If you wanna do it right, do it nice, it takes a lot of time. Hopefully it helps. We're gonna change one more thing on that new follower, because it's red. Like the orange is okay. That's cool. Yeah, we're gonna change one thing on the follow font settings, because that's red and I don't want it to be red. Give it a little bit more, yeah. F99. We'll do web safe color. Safe. Okay, let's see what we got. Running at about 20 frames a second on the stream too, so it's probably a little jittery. May need to try to pump up the frame rate. Oh, so for Photoshop, so I play children's cards games. Adobe moved over to a subscription model, so where you would have to spend thousands of dollars to get Photoshop up front. That's not the case anymore. Like, you can sign up for a Creative Cloud account. It's something like $20 a month or something. And you can use it, and they even have like photographer packages, which is like just Photoshop and Bridge, but you can, it's significantly more affordable now. It's just you will pay Adobe forever as long as you use it, but it's only $20 a month. So in the long run they make more money, because after a few years, $20 a month, five years, you've paid $1,000. The trade-off, though, is that you get free updates. So every time they update it, you get it updated, and you'll always have the most current version of Photoshop. And that's a pretty, a lot of software companies are moving towards subscription. But that way you don't have to worry about like, oh, I'm using Photoshop 7, it's out of date, that's horrible. And yeah, so cool. Okay, so we have one more. We have one more to do, and that's the host. So let's close this all up. Followers, we can shut that down. Hosts.